Hey world, what's going on? It's your boy Titus Peoples, and we are back with yet another episode of When Discussing Strikes. Please like and subscribe to Ultimate Class TV. Thank you for watching on TV, and if you're constantly on the move and gotta watch online, watching on Ultimate Class TV on YouTube. Thank you for your support. But today we have my man. He's back. He got some updates on what he got going on. StriderTV is back. Strider is here.
Thank you for having me, bro. Thank you for having me, bro.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happy New Year. Happy 2022. It's my birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, bro.
I mean, appreciate that. Now, I mean, it's a lot going on. But I'm glad to be back.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see you again.
Yes, sir.
It's like 2 years, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We stay working this. You know
absolutely. I mean? So, like, we as the people that create, like, we constantly got to be on the move.
Gotta be on it.
So with that being said, yo, Strider, talk to the people about what you got going on, bro.
Shit, man. I mean, look, man. I look
at it first off, don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
How did 2020 treat you? Like, cause COVID was just like,
yeah, that shit was wild, man.
The wildest shit ever, bro.
Yeah, COVID was crazy, man. 2020 was a year, like, it was a year of building for me. You know what I mean? A lot of growth. A lot of changes were made as far as just like my career wise and just me health wise and you know what I mean, just my outlook in general. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you know, 2020 was kind of like well, I look at it like a cocoon year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to just kind of just like hibernate and just reemerge on some like Strider time, BC time. You feel me? Word. So yeah, I mean, I was out in Long Island actually for a little bit out there. So, you know, I'm a Brooklyn boy.
Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to the Ville, matter of fact. Well, word. COVID had me in Long Island for a little bit. And that shit was just like, work out, stay healthy, try not to get COVID. You know what I mean?
Right.
And after that, it was just like 2021 came, and it was time to just reemerge and just keep doing what I got to do. You know what I mean?
Big facts. But I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're here amongst the people. You know what I mean? But, yo, so StriderTV, you got any new content? Like, talk to us about the channel.
I got a few new things, man.
Wait, and I didn't mean to cut you off again. I got to stop doing that. But, bro, for the people who don't know, explain to the people what is StriderTV, bro.
StriderTV, it's many things. But first and foremost, it's a film production company that I am the creator of and the director of, the DP most times. If I don't hire a DP, but you know what I mean? Music videos, short films, concept visuals, if you need like a little commercial for your brand, that as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm doing something with StriderTV, and I'm trying to like, not even trying to, what I'm looking to do is create a conglomerate of like-minded individuals who can create content in a way that's compelling, inspiring to the youth, you know what I'm saying?
Right, much like I did with the Ultimate Class brand.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like,
I remember we was talking in school about Ultimate Class back in the day.
Crazy.
We said you was talking about the idea. I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yo,
you know
bro,
I mean? Word.
Look at me now.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? Consistency, dedication. That's what it's about.
Most definitely. Yo, so like, we all have our thing, and then what we call our thing is our niche, like our niche content.
Right.
So for StriderTV, what is your niche content?
Well, right now, as far as it's like what you will find a lot of my brand on there is a lot of music videos.
A lot of music videos.
I mean?
Okay, cool.
So I work with different rappers and different artists who got music that I feel as though is, you know what I mean, important to, not even important, but it should be heard. It should be seen in a way that, you know what I mean? It's not, because it's a lot of great underground artists, bro.
Yo, and, listen, you know, guys, there's more than No Jumper out here. Surf. There's more than Vlad TV. Like, all those guys, they are out here for the guys that are lit, that are just got signed and stuff like that. But there's so many dope underground artists that got fire music. Tap into your YouTube. Type in new music, bro. Honestly, go in your search bar and tap in new music, and you'll be surprised what you find.
That's a fact. I actually hosted a showcase, a hip-hop showcase over the summer of 2021. It was called Code 7. So with Code 7, what I did was I had different artists from the 5 boroughs and also Jersey pop out. my rooftop over there in Williamsburg, and we had like a little showcase. And it was just like different music popping out, different styles. You know what I mean? And so with the Code project now, what it is not just like a showcase, but it's a whole package I'm putting together. Like,
right.
So Code is more like I don't want to say too much. I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm working on a narrative right now. You know what I mean? So I'm branching out from music videos, and I'm working on a narrative right now. It's a crime drama.
Oh, crime drama.
Crime drama. It's going to involve different artists that I know, underground artists, and original music. That's first and foremost. That's like one of the main points of original music. But it also talks about the unseen side of the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not like just the violence and drug selling and all that crazy stuff, but also that aspect that's not really known about. The love, you know what I mean? That comes from the hood. Like, you from the hood, so you know.
Bro,
the
ain't
love.
Nothing like hood love, bro.
Come on. But also I want to tap into my Asian peoples.
Facts,
you know what I mean? Because
facts.
a lot of people don't know how gangster Chinese people are. They don't know.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
They be clicked up on the low, bro.
You know what I mean? So I got a nice little narrative going, and without revealing too much, is gonna focus. It's crime drama, and there's some love aspects in there, and you know, it's just really to kind of connect those communities and really
get immersed in the people. You know what I mean? Show everybody.
Really have
everybody
some people
included, right?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
So Strider, like not too long ago, somebody asked me about a project that we were once working on together.
Okay. What are you talking about? Come on. What is that?
The mixtape, the Tsunami mixtape.
Tsunami mixtape.
We definitely got to pull that back out of the archive, bro.
I mean, what's up with it? I say let's do it. I got a lot of artists that's willing to go and be on that mixtape.
Yo, so for those who don't know, Ultimate Class is a well-rounded entertainment entity. So what my idea was to create a mixtape and have these underground artists create songs based on or inspired by shows that appeared on that block, after school block.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Like, we had at least at one point like 20 artists down to do it.
Yeah.
But like,
this is 2018, right?
Yeah. But at that time, like, personal things, not like beef or anything, but just life in general, just like pulled us apart from the project.
We still in school too, so
yeah, exactly.
So you know, all those factors played in. But now that the ball is rolling, and you know, we have more creative freedom.
Yeah,
as film people, film directors,
and
some
now
producers.
I think we have a lot more sources too. Like we have a lot more resources now to actually make this possible.
That's what I'm saying. So
get things cleared about like the actual big company. Like
yeah.
So
I'm with it. I'm definitely 100% on board. If y'all watching this, tell your mans. Yo, I heard about this Tsunami mixtape, Ultimate Class. Come on,
it's gonna go crazy, bro. It's gonna go crazy.
You know what I mean? Word up.
Nah, but like, yo, so Strider, man, like the last time I saw you, like you were single, you was in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so what that's like now, man?
I was single last time you saw me. I had just broken with my ex. And I mean, after that, after I seen you, I went to LA to shoot a music video with my man Cali Bando. Shout out Cali Bando. And I was out there on Venice Beach. You know, I was off that day. I wasn't shooting that day. So I said, you know, let me go ride around a little. Like, you know, they got the wheels out there. LA, you can rent them with the phone app. So I was riding that shit. I rode that shit from East Hollywood all the way to Venice Beach. And I'm riding on a little rideway. And I seen this nice joint. I said, okay, the LA joints. You know what I mean? I said, okay. I said, what's up? I said, what you do? You a model or something? She like, oh, nah. I'm from New York. I said, okay. Well, I'm out here looking for LA women. Clearly, the New York woman is where it's really at. So, I mean, we linked up when we got back to New York. And this is 2018, 2019. 2019, because the interview was 2019. Right. So after that, here I am today. And then that's my shorty. Like we that's my wife type shit. We ain't married yet, but we married. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, without going into too much detail, because I like to keep a private life.
Right.
I too I was very single during the first time we spoke. But as of recently, 4 months now. Yeah. Your boy been in a little relationship.
I knew he was a playboy for a little minute, but you know what I mean?
Yo, bro, like, yo, chill. She don't need to know that. Yo, like, yo, because she watches my interviews and she be picking words like, what he say? I guarantee you, she was like, what he say? Like, yo, she be on that type of tone. Word. Nah, but like, yo, it's cool, man. Like, so Strider, I'm gonna ask you as a creative, how do you find that time between your personal life and your entertainment life? Because, like, you know, like, I know you as Strider, but I also know she may not want to know Strider. She wants to know you. So, right. How do you split the two?
Honestly, I've just been, I found like a way to just kind of like find a good balance medium. Right. Where it's like, my professional life, she's my business partner. Like, this is like, so, like, you know what I mean? So
like, it sort of kind of works out in a sense.
Right. She's an artist as well. She sculpts, she paints, she does digital art. Cool, so if you need like mixtape covers, you need paintings, you need some, holla at me, holla at her. I mean, you know, reach out. Strider on Instagram, AIRSTRIDE, whatever. Anyway, so she, you know, we work together and she consults me and I'll be like, yo, should I do this job? So, you know, she is part of my professional life. Oh. So, you know, some of the best relationships I've had is from my professional life. You know what I mean? Because versus people you grow up with. You grow up with somebody and it's like, oh, well, you know, they want to get into the creative stuff, but they expect you to, you know, do stuff for free or on the low, for the low, because it's just like, oh, well, you know, you my mans from back in the day. But for my professional life, I've made great, long-lasting friendships because we did good business. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, like, I just see it as like I don't really separate it, you know what I mean? As far as my personal and my professional life. Yeah, my family and all that, that's a different, you know what I mean? And what me and my girl do personally is different, but as far as just like, I don't really have that kind of crazy barrier where it's like, you don't even know what the fuck, you know what I mean? My fault, you don't even know what I got going on. You know, if you got me on social media, you see what I got going on. Everything is not out there for the whole world to see, but I'm me. I'm not no different from in real life, you feel me?
And like, you know what? That's something that I had to learn because I'm not even going front. Like, what is a shock to people may not be a shock to you because you know me for some time now. Like, I'm a very, like, seclusive person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like to be to myself a lot. So, like, it's weird for the person that has a TV show that talks to people who really don't like talking to people. So, like, so, like, I had to learn that being with her, like, you know what I mean? Because like, we had that conversation early. Like, she said she not really for the glitz and the glamour shit. Like, she not really a big fan of it. Like, you know what I mean? And what I like about her the most is she don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. Like, or she does. She's very supportive in that sense. But, like, it's not, like, one, like, my shorty known me since I was 14. So, like, she known me long.
That's a long-lasting love right there.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she known me long before any of this, man. Like, she knew me when I wear khakis and church shoes to school, bro. Like, you know what I mean? She gonna see that and start laughing. Because that's all, yo, like, my grandmother had me coming out the house looking crazy, bro. Man. Everybody got on jeans and Jordans and shit. I'm the only one with the church shirt on, khakis and shoes, hooping in gym class, looking crazy. You would have thought I came from like a Haitian family or something.
Yo,
like
for real, right?
Nah, bro.
That'd be some Caribbean vibes right there. Like,
yo, church shoes crossing people up on the court, going crazy.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but yo, Strider, man, like, so when somebody comes to you for content, like, you know, like, say if somebody wanted to pitch something to StriderTV, what are the few pinpoints that you look for to be like, okay, I can rock with this content?
Well, it depends on what kind of like client or what kind of like person that wants to work with me. Let's say if you want to do like a narrative, then it obviously has to be compelling and it has to make sense. You know what I mean? And I need, well, for me anyway, I need to know exactly what role you want me to play, as not even like on screen, but like, you know, do you want me to shoot? You want me to direct? You want me to edit? Like, let me know what you need me to do exactly, not.
Most importantly, do we need funding? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, of course, you know what I mean? That goes without saying. I mean, it does go with saying because some people really don't think about that. You're honestly, bro, like, and it's tiring at this point, but a lot of people really feel like they just, I don't know, like people deserve to have things that, like, if you want to do something, bro, you need to put money into it. If you want to make money, you got to spend money. You know what I mean?
And then like I think what's worse is that like they see what we have and like they automatically assume that it's all the way up, completely forgetting that, bro, I was up since 4:00 in the morning. Like my fans know, bro. Like they check my. I be at work at Amazon/Whole Foods. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like when people come to us and they want all this fire breathing dragons, and then they be like, "Yo, so how much you think this is gonna cost?"
You tell them, and they be like, "Oh, like, come on."
Yeah, like it's wild.
It is what it is. But I mean, besides that though, if it's like a music video, you know what I mean? I definitely suggest any artist that comes to me for a music video, know what you want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like it makes my job way easier. Like, you know what I mean? If you know you don't gotta know everything you need to do, because that's part of my job as well. But have a vision, you know what I mean, for what you want for your song. Like, you know what I mean? What did you feel when you was in the studio? Like when you wrote that song, like kind of like, you know what I mean? Bring that to me. And
almost like when people come to me with the like script ideas and stuff like that, I tell people like this, and I'm never gonna stop saying it. Come to me with at least 30% of your idea on paper, and I'll figure out the rest. I'm great at figuring things out. Like, give me the basis of what you want me to do, and I'll figure out the rest. If it's not nothing too crazy, because like, yo, I know y'all see me out here doing what I gotta do. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I do not know Steven Spielberg. So like, you know what I mean? Please, like.
Now, but you know, one thing I would say though, like being in the creative field in New York City, like it's a small world, son. Like just being out here, and you go to these events and these pop-up shops and these art shows, and somebody knows somebody you know, and it's like, okay, well, this is especially in the colored, you know what I mean? I mean, not just colored now, because everybody is an artist, bro. But you know, coming from our culture, bro, you know what I mean? There's still that aspect of just like, oh, well, you know, if you're not from this type of background, you're not gonna have as much resources available to you in the beginning. You know what I mean? That's why it's a grind, especially. You know what I mean? Like I got some homies from NYU that shout out to my boy. That's my boy. I can't think of his name on top of my head.
Yo, right, bro, but if it happened to me on air sometimes.
My boy Max.
Okay.
Max Lerner. Shout out to Max Lerner. He's a great director. Check him out on Instagram. But he's a kid though. I mean, he's younger than me, and it's like, you know what I mean? He had the backing of his family to really push him ahead. Like, yo, you know what I mean? And I respect that. I mean, I have nothing against that. But there's also that aspect of just like, just because somebody's in a certain field doesn't mean that they already had everything they needed in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, right. So it's more so a mindset and a grind thing. It's like, stay focused and keep that in mind when you come work with people. Like, you know what I mean? Right. You come to somebody that's doing a certain skill set that you need. Keep in mind that they struggling or grind as much as you are. You know what I mean? So
100%.
Word up.
All right, so you just touched on something like your boy Max. He comes from a family that supported him. Right. So what do you think is the stigma between? Well, like we're seeing it more now that amongst us young black men and stuff like that, that our families are now becoming a little bit more supportive of the art journey. But once upon a time, like what do you think the stigma came from of like us being like the black sheeps in our family, bro?
Well, I know for a fact. Well, what I believe for a fact is that you know, I'm a Caribbean. I'm a first generation American. My mom's is from Trinity. My pop's from Barbados. So they come from an era where it's like, you know, you got to grind. Like, I mean, we still grinding, but it's like, that's a different type of, that's like, we came here to make sure you good. Right. I mean, we had you here so that you didn't have to do what we had to do. You know what I mean? Absolutely. They used to tell me, I mean, I stayed in Trinity for a little bit as a kid, run around with no shoes and all that. But the fact that that's how they grew up. Right. They was outside, no shoes. You know what I mean? I had to walk mad far to go pick up water and all that. You know what I mean? Right. So stuff like that is like, the fact that they brought us up here, or they had us here, or as a Caribbean, and even as I don't know what you're about, you're African American mostly. Yeah. So even African American background is just like the 60s and the 70s was different for our people. You know what I'm saying? So just the idea of like, yo, you got to get a job that's gonna work, that's gonna make sure that you're good. And I feel like you know what I mean? My fault, but when I first decided I wanted to go to film school, my family was just like, yo, that's not gonna make you no bread. And I believed it because I was young and I didn't really understand. Like, I didn't really know like what I wanted for myself. I knew what I wanted, but I wasn't like completely like, you know what I mean, setting it. So, you know what I mean, I ended up going to school for engineering, and I was just like, and I felt in my soul, it was like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean, I want to create. Like, so I went and did that, and now I'm here, bro. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's the idea of like, when they see that you really, really doing it,
yeah,
then it's like, okay, we here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And like, it is true. Everything you just said is true, because I come from a family that like is pretty much, you go to school, graduate high school, you get a job, and that's it. Fun time is over. Like,
That's
you know what I mean? And like for the longest, like my family just didn't understand it. Like they couldn't grasp it. It was, I tell them my dreams and stuff like that, and it was like, oh, okay, cool, but how many job applications did you fill out? I'm like, bro, this is my job.
Right.
Like, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But I would say like in these last 3-4 years, when things start clicking, like, you know what I mean, they see your boy on the TV.
Exactly.
They see you know what I mean? Like they see it like,
right.
Like they slowly starting to see the pieces come together. And it's like, oh, okay, like there's more to this. Like,
exactly.
So like, but now I think these kids are now in a position where like they could pull things together quickly now, because everything is streaming and everything has like its own bank to it. So like TikTok, so like if you go crazy on TikTok, you could recoup that bread way quicker than the generation before us, or like even when it started out for us. Because like we got lit around the time of when it was still new. Everything was still new. Everything was still like in the so stages fresh, like, of like, like being still fresh, and there was no real like process to it. But now, like, bro,
it's more refined. Like,
now it's more refined. Like you go crazy on TikTok, you can cash out quick. So now when your mom's is screaming at you, or like you on Twitch all day in the crib playing the game, you could click that link and show them zeros in them comments, and it's just like, matter of fact,
that you mentioned Twitch, right? Shout out to my boy Kenny, he's a Twitch streamer. Shout out to my boy Greenlight. I am Greenlight. His son is a big Fortnite player, and he just like, he's so like, as a young pop, like, you know what I mean, we are the same age group, but as a young father, I see him and he's so supportive of his son, like, you know what I mean, because like there's actually a real career in that now, bro. You know what I mean?
It like, really is, bro. Once upon a time, your mom used to be like,
take that game
no bread, playing no video games. Yo, there's people literally winning tournaments in Japan from the apartment and the projects, bro. Like they cooking people in Fortnite, doing all this stuff. So Strider, are we ever going to get a Strider cryptocurrency, a Strider coin?
Oh man, I mean, my perspective on the NFT and the coins thing is like, you know what I mean? Like I think cryptocurrency is amazing, actually. I think it's the future. And I believe that if you not invested in cryptocurrency in some type of way, you should be. As far as NFTs though, I feel like it's a little like, I don't know, it's like a little counterculture for me. But I mean, I respect the hustle. That's our main thing. It's just like, but also there's also the idea of like, NFTs kind of like, it's promoting the idea of value in nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you putting thousands of dollars into something and that's not tangible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, it's digital, but you know, this is, you know, worst case scenario, let's just say something happens where the internet is like down, like your bread is not there. You know what I mean? So
you know what I mean? Like those are always things that people think about. That's why people hop on that wave quickly and they cash out quickly.
Hop and hop out.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. As they say, pump and dump. Like, you know what I mean? Like you gotta do what you gotta do.
And you know, especially with like certain rappers are doing that now. They're like sacrificing their fan base for a little pump and dump, and they don't even know it. Like, cause like, I mean, I think they know about it, but I don't think they think about it in detail. Because like, for example, like Tekashi did that, and I think Lil Uzi did that. But like companies, these NFT companies would come to these rappers and then like give them bread. Like, yo, make a video. I got you this NFT with your face on it. And promote this to your fans, and their fans get involved, and then the NFT or the company that's like creating the NFT gets the bread and just hops out, and it's pretty much a scam. Like, so if you involved in that, just get out of that right now. And I don't know, man, create your own NFT or something. Buy Ethereum, buy Bitcoin, buy, long
Yo,
lasting.
A lot of people sleep on Doge. Doge is going to come back. Doge may look dead right now, because it's like 16 cents right now. Yeah. This is the time, bro, to get mad
low.
Doge.
Mm-hmm. It was low, got cop into it. But what I would say though was like, if you're looking to get into like, say get into stocks, bro. Dividend stocks. Like that's what these old heads over here on Wall Street is doing. Right. That's how they making their bread. They got dividend stocks. Like they got like 30 to 100K. That's like low end of it. But you put that in a not even NFT, my fault. You put that in like AT&T stock. So a dividend, I don't know if you're familiar with dividends.
Yeah, I know about that.
Right.
I got a couple.
Right. For those who don't know, dividends is like companies will pay you a percentage of their was it like, not their company, but their earnings.
Yeah, like a share.
Right. They give you some of their earnings every year. Maybe like AT&T gives you like 4.9%. And, from there, you make a lot of money just every month, every quarter. So that's a good way to just like have a residual income stream.
Income.
Where that's what it's really about. And our parents, my parents really didn't know about that. So that's why I was like, they had that, going back to what you said before, they had that grind mindset. But now we have access to information where we can learn about things like that wasn't accessible to us back in the day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then now, I think to some degree, like, the older generation sort of kind of hate us for this, like, you know what I mean?
Because I feel like
it's like, like, y'all got it so easy now. Y'all can sit on a computer like we had the. I'm like, yo, bro, like, blame that on your parents. It's like, it's not my fault. I was born the time I was born. Like,
and it's true though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel as though I feel like there needs to be a level of responsibility with the older generation, where it's like, you could have did things a little differently, but I always chop it up to a lack of information.
Right.
You know what I mean? Knowledge is key. Knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is power. Like, so like the fact that I was able to learn certain things, like I'm able to move a certain way because I read a couple books here and there that I wouldn't have access to if I was living in Trinidad and Tobago or something like that with no internet.
Yo, so Strider, where can the people find you, my guy?
Instagram. I said that before. Strider, AIRSTRIDER. YouTube, StriderTV. Vimeo, StriderTV. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I know mine's Titus Peoples. I am Titus Peoples across the board. Back on Twitter, you know what I mean? I'm on TikTok, so you can find me there too, Titus Peoples. And that's our show for today, man. Like, this is When Discussion Strikes, StriderTV.
Thank you for having me.
And we out, man. Peace.